And we're back with Maria Walls, who is the Beaufort County Treasurer. Very nice to see you.
Very good to see you too. Thank you so much for having me.
It's always good to have you on the show because we get an update, because there's always something going on at the office.
Yes,
and right
there
now,
is.
I understand the tax bills have gone out.
The tax bills for 2019 are still being pursued, absolutely. And the 2020 tax bills are scheduled to come out at the end of October, just like they would any other year. So it's important your viewers know that despite everything going on with the coronavirus, that the taxation process still continues as scheduled.
You know, and that's one thing about COVID. We've had sort of these leniencies, and we think, but everybody, for you to know this, real estate taxes are on schedule, and there's no leniency. So when they say to pay your bill, you have to pay your bill, and then what is it? If you miss your payment for some search situation, you have 11 months to...
Yes, so typically to avoid any sort of penalty, a tax payment is due January 15th. But should you be unable to pay for whatever reason, the ultimate day that your viewers definitely would need to know about is October 5th, 2020, which is this year's tax sale, if they have not yet paid their real estate taxes. You know, taxation and collecting taxes is certainly not always a popular job. I'm grateful for the opportunity to serve, but unfortunately, many of your viewers might think that I have the flexibility to alter deadlines or dollar amounts or even just cancel them altogether. And unfortunately, South Carolina laws do not give me that authority. But I am so excited to talk a little bit about what we can do to help you save some money on your taxes. So yeah, they might be due, and it's still going on as normal when so many things in life are not normal right now. But there are ways that certainly your viewers can save some money.
Well, of course, tell us. We'd like to know this.
So first, and I know we have a lot of new residents in Beaufort County, so welcome to all of those watching. So the first thing they're going to want to do is take a look at their real property tax, which is for their home. If it's their primary residence, they can apply to the assessor's office, the Beaufort County Assessor's Office, to apply for the legal residence exemption. This is a huge tax savings for a primary resident living in the county. If they qualify for that and also meet other criteria, such as being over 65, they are eligible to apply for a homestead exemption, which is an additional deduction off of their tax bill. Additionally, especially for our veterans, make sure you get in touch with these offices, the Beaufort County Assessor, the Beaufort County Auditor's Office, as well as our Veterans Affairs Office, because they can walk you through other exemptions that may assist our veterans in lowering their tax bill. So there's a lot of different ways that your viewers can go through their bill for each of the properties that they're taxed on and ensure that they're getting those discounts. The Treasurer's Office, we just collect, but my passion in what we're doing is I don't want you to have to pay my office any more than is absolutely necessary. So bringing awareness to our community of these opportunities, especially now when there's still time before those 2020 bills come out, is really important to me.
Well, I think that's great because, you know, you don't want to be penalized, and penalized, whatever the percentage of penalties are, they add up. And it's just, I think communicate with the office and say, what should I do now? This is my situation. And you can give them some consult through it. You can counsel to what they need to do.
Yes. I mean, the assessor's office, they're the experts in the legal residence exemption. And I'd love to give you an example. So many of our property owners have mortgages. Whatever Beaufort County says your tax bill is, that's what your mortgage company is going to pay, whether that's in your escrow or not. And what unfortunately will happen is a taxpayer will receive their annual bill in October, and they'll realize they're not getting that exemption. Very costly on your tax bill. So they'll hurry up and they'll apply with the assessor's office for the exemption, but so is everybody else. And there'll be a backlog. Well, now your mortgage company, because they don't want to be late on your payment, will pay a much higher amount, and they're going to turn around and raise your escrow payments. So we've had taxpayers call completely distraught because their mortgage payment has gone up by $800. Because that's what their mortgage company thinks the tax bill is going to go up by. And it's simply just a matter of applying in a timely manner for that legal residence exemption and getting confirmation that they're eligible. Get your tax bill right the first time, especially if you have a mortgage company.
Well, Maria, you have a wealth of knowledge as always. I want to thank you for joining us. And call the office, and make sure you're doing everything right so we avoid the penalties.
Yes, and I have to add, the assessor's office did an incredible job streamlining the application process. So make sure that your viewers do that online. It is very easy and customer friendly to use.
Great tips again. Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
And we will be right back with more North of the Broad.